Welcome back to another episode of the Dojo. I am here. I am the captain. I am joined by my guy, my brethren, the old dreadhead, Dad Pat Gaming. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. The old dreadhead is crazy. I guess. I mean, it's only because you're like 12 years old, so there's that.
You don't be coming
But then
out
I
sound
gotta
like
stop
that.
calling you 12 because it's like somebody gonna be like, "Why you hanging with a 12-year-old?" Then I gotta answer those questions.
hmm
Yeah.
Shout out to
Nonetheless,
the
what up, y'all?
demigod. Shout out to the demigod in the chat. Y'all, we
Oh,
are here for a very special reason today. If you know me or have known me to any extent, y'all know my fandom and my love for my guy, Jitterous, JID, Mr. Jittery himself, Mr. Jumped in Dirt. I fuck with dude. I've been listening to dude since like 2016, I think, around that time. So I've been
okay.
following all his albums up until this point. And in my opinion, he's been one of the top three, top five, maybe top 10 dudes out in regards to his rapping ability for a minute now. Um, and I just think literally he's just like one mainstream hit away, which he's had a couple things here and there. Him getting
Right.
on the Arcane soundtrack with Imagine Dragons is good. I think he took that rapper path of greatness of doing a collab with them like fucking Kendrick. He's been on one of his songs blew up on TikTok and became a fucking viral trend. So he's had a couple hits here and there, but I'm waiting on
Right.
that
Definitely
one
has some
song to
moments.
take off for him.
Yeah.
He needs that one song. Now, will that be on this album? I don't know. Because I think with his projects that I've listened to thus far, he's very much so in the same vein as somebody like a Kendrick Lamar, like a J. Cole, where all their projects are usually based around a central message or an ideal for the most part that he's trying to convey. Outside of maybe the first one, his first project was more so like a mixtape type of thing. Which again, his first album, I don't expect it to be a put together message like the rest of his projects are. Last project was the Forever Story, which really was just giving a lot of insight into his family life and his family dynamic. This album, I don't know what the fuck it is. I know the title
Okay.
is God Does Like Ugly, so playing on that little Southern trope there, Southern saying. So I'm excited to get into this. Off top, looking at a lot of the features on this, we're just going to go to a lot of the notable ones here. The clips are on here on the fourth track. Vince Staples is on the sixth track. I fucking
Okay.
love that we got the Atlanta Goats in this motherfucker with Sierra and Earth Gang on here. I feel like we're gonna get a real smooth ride with Don Tolliver on
John
track
Tolliver.
8.
Okay.
Again with we got Ty Dolla Sign and Black himself, Mr. Six Lack. Jesse Reyes.
Six
So
flat.
he's got a lot of Atlanta artists on here.
Yeah,
Uh
it's a little feature heavy. Yeah, I
and
necessarily said it's a bad thing, but yeah, a little feature heavy.
which I'm happy with because most of his projects don't really have many features, if any at all, in there. The only
Yeah.
features he usually has on his projects are usually like Earth Gang or people that are in Spillage Village, which is the collective that him and a couple of other Atlanta artists are in. And here's one more. This feature you'll probably like. This is around your generation. We got Pastor Troy in here. Pastor Troy is on track 14. I don't know if you know who Pastor Troy is.
Yeah, I know Pastor Troy. Come on, man. Come on. Stop playing with me, dog.
Oh man, but
This nigga disrespectful.
hey
Like he
man, I got
young
you.
and disrespectful. It's crazy.
Look.
I will say though, like my history with JID is almost the exact opposite. I was calling this nigga JID for years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like nonetheless, like I've got the most respect for JID, however you like to call him.
I think he was by
I have
both, honestly.
I've never really gotten to his catalog though. Like every time I hear something from him, it's like, ah, yeah, he snapped. I done seen him do some like Funk Flex, LA Leakers kind of freestyles and
Mm-hmm.
performances here and there, and he's always been good. So I'm kind of excited. I did see this album. I wanted to listen to it a couple days ago, but just Charlie was pressing niggas. He was in the group chat. He was posting the heater. He had the machete. He was like, "Hey, y'all can't listen." So I didn't want this nigga to
Mm-hmm.
like pull up to my door. So I waited. So we'll go through this together and see how it flies.
Yeah, for everybody watching, this is going to be 100% live. Like we have not heard any of these songs. I think. Well, I lied. I listened to parts of the first track, and then I thought about, oh, I should probably stop listening to this shit and do it for the content, for the clips and all that good stuff. So we're gonna be going through this from track 1 through 15 for the next what seems like an hour, and we're gonna give our thoughts on each track and all that good stuff. But yeah, y'all, let's get into it, man. Let's get
All right.
into. So we're starting with track 1, "You Ugly." with West Side Gun.
Fans argue about record sales like they record execs themselves. It's like a fucking silly challenge to show them above my peers. Be
Oh, okay.
He's talking shit. He's talking that shit.
Yeah. He should be though. Okay.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for the most part with this track. I don't got too much to say about this one. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I'm a big fan, but I'm probably not listening to this song again ever. Like by my own volition. It's not a bad song, but it's not like I don't like the production. Well, yeah, I don't like the production of this. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are bits and pieces of the first half of the song I really enjoyed, but this second beat I didn't really care for. And usually with JID, one thing I will always give him credit for as an artist, when I tell anybody else about him, is that he does an amazing job at bringing a beat to life. He can usually bring a subpar beat to life just with his flows. Because if that nigga don't do anything else, he's a flow fucking master. And he'll go through a couple different ones in the fucking track. But this, I don't know, this production was so like, maybe it's just me and my ears. I did not like that fucking second that second beat.
I'm curious. Is the bass coming through in your headphones?
Yes, it is heavy.
It is. Okay. So what I would say is I don't love the beat. I do like it. It's fine. I don't love it. I like it. It's fine. Have to iterate that. But my thing is I don't really think this is a good song, but I don't think it necessarily has to be. I think it's a great intro to an album. Like this is something that absolutely sets the pace. If he is, as you say, it is in that lane of like your more MC lane of those that care about the art and the way that you sequence your project, then this kind of gives you an idea of what we should expect for the rest of the for the rest of the project. So I mean, it's a solid intro. So like out of this, like granted, again, I'm not necessarily a JID hater or fan, but for if somebody sat down and said, "Hey, let me listen to this album," as we are here today, this song does intrigue me to listen to the next few songs. Like from this, if the next song is trash, I would probably listen to the next 2 or 3 before I turn it off.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like some of them, it starts out and be like, man, look, you got like who we listened to? It was Che. He's one of those rage rap cats, man. We listened to, me and my son listened to this new project, and the first song was so bad. We went to the second song, it was bad. We just had to turn it off instantly. So he's already at least won the benefit of the doubt, I can say.
I know the bare minimum, the third song Work, that was a single that he dropped. So I know that's a cool song. I've heard that like before the song came out. I like that song. I didn't love it, but it's one of those that'll go in the playlist. It'll go in my JID playlist for like I'll listen to it if it comes on. But it's not like my first song I jump to. But yeah, let's go to song number 2, Glory. And this one does not have a feature on it.
Like I'm working a job. Black man shouted robbing people in car. Playing crime mob here. Tag them in the church. You know your mom and them going to praise the king with the crown that's provided with thorns. Breaking rules, skipping the fire alone. Got with a crew, made a truce and alliance was formed.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I would have preferred that song to be the first song on the album. I think that would have been a lot better of an opening track to set a tone for me personally.
That was heat. Who produced this?
I can look and see real quick.
It's a Beatnik D and Lex Luger. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
So this is what I typically expect out of a JID song. You have a crazy dynamic beat that can change based on whatever flow he's trying to convey. And he's going to go through like 3 or 4 or 5 different flows and hit you with a bunch of different metaphors and also little slick Southern lines here and there, or like little things with the pimp me ride shit. Like that's just little shit that he does that really makes his songs dynamic where you like want to lock in and actually listen to what he's saying and not listen passively. For me, it's really hard to listen to JID's music passively. Like because he be saying so much shit. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna miss something, or I gotta catch something else that he said.
Yeah, that was heat, man. As I said, I still stand by. I think that the first song was a good intro. That was a bomb ass follow up though. Like again, where it kind of sets the tone. We get 2 flows. We get Benny the Butcher. We get really while the beat was simple on the first track, it was still dynamic. We kept a lot of the same elements in it. And what I gotta give Beatnik and Lex credit for here is like to keep the through line, because it's so easy, like, and like no shade, I don't want to make this like a whole Drake thing, but like when Drake does the beat switch shit, the beat switches. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking that. But what we have here is like it's one seamless beat that has different movements and arranges with it. And at the beginning of the track, we start off with the through line of the church choir. And you know, of course, we got our hip hop drums, but as we kind of start to add in more synths and more drums and pianos and string orchestras, like that shit builds, then we deconstruct it going into the second half of the song. Like we get rid of like all of the orchestral music to just like basically smash you over the head with like a traditional hip hop beat.
You gonna feel these fucking 808s.
That was amazing. That was good. Like I don't know if we're supposed to rate every song as we go through. First one was definitely like a 7. This is like a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Like I even hit the favorite like on my end for that song. Like that was great.
This is definitely an addict. See, the way I orchestrate my music on my Spotify playlist, I have a playlist for like general vibes, like R&B or whatever it may be, but then I have a million playlists for individual artists because I will usually always be in the mood to listen to one artist or the other unless I'm like in a car ride with somebody else. So for you to get your own playlist on my shit and have like, I have to at least like, my rule is like at least 4 of your songs. If I like 4 songs, I'll start a playlist and we'll build off of that. This nigga has like, I had to look at my shit. There's probably like fucking 50 songs in there at this point. And this is added in there. To your point, as far as like the beat changes throughout the record, this is what I prefer. I don't like beat switches. Now, sometimes we have like iconic beat switches in music and shit, like Dreams and Nightmares or whatever. But when the beat can just be played with like layers added on and layers taken off, depending on what the artist is trying to convey or like the tone they're trying to set, this is what I prefer because it makes me feel like a lot more that the artist is in the actual studio with the engineer and then with the producer. Like they're working hand in hand to build this shit out. And it's not just, I see you a beat, I rap, you rap on beat, and then we put this shit out. It didn't feel like it's mailed in literally. It feels like you took time to cultivate this track, which shows the extra effort there. So yeah, Buddy, hey, he killed that one. This next one, I think you'll like this one. This next, so for me as well with Glory, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 as well. Maybe a 9. But part of that 9 is just because I've heard his best songs and what he's capable of, and I'm like, that was great, but nigga, I know you can do better. But again, it's probably a 10, but it's just me giving a harsh critic as like a fan of Burrow. The next song is Work, and it is produced. I'm gonna start going through the producers as well. This is a Christo beat, Plus and Christo. I don't know if you know, but this nigga and Christo get busy when it comes to fucking records. I think like 2 or 3 of my favorite songs by this nigga were beats he did with Christo. Yeah, bro. Let's get into this shit. I'm excited for this track.
You couldn't even stop my drive if it was 1955 and I'm on 85. Popping in, I be on kill time and in a rough, I'm like a real diamond. In a cut, I like a.
This track for sure is I really enjoyed this track a lot more with like good ear headphones on because when I first heard this, it was just through my phone. I don't know if it's an organ. I think it's an organ. That fucking hard ass fucking piano that came in like halfway through the song, like subtly. I fuck with that hella heavy. That shit just like it spoke to me. But yeah, like I said before, this is what JID does. This is a traditional dynamic beat. Nigga go into a bunch of different flows. This song feels a lot more like an attempt at like not necessarily a club hit, but a song that's a lot more palatable for people who aren't like super hardcore rap fans. Because you get the catchy hook there, you got the women doing the chanting and shit. This is something I can hear in the club or hear DJs like mixing together for a fucking for a set.
Yeah. That's exactly what I get from this song. It's definitely giving vibes of, hey, I'm from Atlanta and I like the strip club too. Which is fine. Like that's like almost like a rite of passage, like ritualistic in terms of being an ATL artist. Like you got to get something that you can slap money in between the cheeks to. So For me, not necessarily my cup of tea. I don't necessarily think it's a bad song. I do like the beat, the ratchet girl chanting. I get it. I see what he's going for. I wouldn't say it's a bad song. Like for me, I'm probably leaning like more on like and I'm different. So for me, 6 out of 10, which I would say a 6 out of 10 is okay.
Right.
But where you said that you're waiting for a hit, not saying that this is the hit that's gonna bring them over, but something like this absolutely could be that song. Like, you know what I'm saying? All it takes is one baddie on random ass Instagram or TikTok to just shake some ass to this, and this song could really just go to the moon. So we'll see.
What's crazy with him, I'm waiting on because there are artists, and we kind of had this discussion today when I was discussing the Jay-Z sample, where like my favorite song by him is a 444, where the production for me personally was like out of this fucking world. He was speaking from the fucking heart, and it really hit me. I'm waiting for like, and I think JID had like a couple songs like that for me personally, where it's been very much so him communicating how important his family and where he's from is to him. And I think I'll probably say that to you at some point. But what I'm really looking for is like a combination of that, of like the things that I enjoy from the artist, as well as like that club hit. So it's like, it's hard to do. It's hard for any artist to have that song to where it's on some, again, like Kendrick and Cole are like the only niggas I really know for real, where you can be so introspective on a track and that track still be fucking like go fucking super viral, where you're speaking on like cultural issues and shit, and then it's like still like people are banging and shit.
So you essentially waiting for like almost like his middle child, or like a Power Trip with Miguel kind of vibes.
Not even that. Like, what's a better example? Like maybe like a Damn, maybe. Not Damn, but like Be Humble type of shit. Like where it's like that's probably more of what I'm into. Like something to that family fashion, where it's one of the songs that people know you for, but you got shit off.
Right. So something a little more rapidy than the two I selected, but still something that can make waves in the collective conscious. That makes sense. I mean, at least from the 3 songs I've heard here thus far, plus you know, what's the name of the Ceiling Fan Challenge song?
That was oh my god, I'm trying to remember how that fucking song went. That was
I know it had the
Surround Sound. Surround Sound is what the name of the song.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. I mean, at least based on those being 4 songs right now that I've heard from him, seems like he got the range for it. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta, you know, we'll continue through and see if we can find the recipe somewhere in here.
And you can argue Surround Sound is that song, but nobody, it's a TikTok song, so nobody's listening to the second half of the song where he's rapping his ass off. They're only listening to the first part. Hell, niggas aren't even listening to the 21 verse on that song. So yeah, we gonna see, man.
Yeah, that's always tricky, man.
Now this next song is one that I'm excited for, and I think you'll be excited for too, based off of how much we love the fucking Clips album and what they've been doing lately. Because this next song is Community with Pusha T and Malice with JID, and it's like a 4-minute and 25-second song. So these niggas about to get it off. And production credits for this track goes to Frankie P and Mario Lucino. I'm killing this nigga's name. I'm sorry. Y'all know who it is, or I can look it up. I'm too tired. All right. Next track, starting in 3, 2.
Gotta pick a side here. Some with Jesus Shuttlesworth. Some of us were.
Yeah, dog. This is one for rap fans. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit was not for the mainstream whatsoever, and I love this shit. But real quick, we laughed at it, but this nigga Push will always find a fucking way to make a fucking coke bar funny, nigga. I swear to God. I thought I heard every coke bar I could ever hear, but this nigga said I'm bringing the white to the hood to gentrify it. Nigga, that shit was funny. I fucking cried.
Was that? I thought that was Malice. Was it Push? They sound so much alike. I think he was Malice, but regardless, man, like, song is hot. That's heat, you know. I mean, what for a song like that, what can you really say? The beat is fire, and in the best of ways is obviously not as crazy as like Glory, but the beat serves its purpose. You know, we got some boom baps out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's dark, it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you just enough to keep you entertained so that they can do what they need to do. And I mean, everybody showed up. So I mean, fucking gentrification is crazy.
Nigga. Yeah, beats
God
like this,
damn.
I love beats like this, like to your point, are really there to just serve as a vehicle for the rappers to show, like to show the lyrical exercise at that point. Like, I'm really, you know, I wonder this nigga's really tired of niggas asking him about the Drake and fucking Kendrick beef. Because I feel like this nigga's probably got asked about this shit a million times for him to say fuck industry beef, nigga. He's probably tired of this shit, especially with Cole being his bands. I know this nigga's tired of this shit. But no, this is dope. I'm still trying to put together if there's like a central theme to this, because I'm hearing, again, this track is really getting back a lot more into like the Black community and those particular neighborhoods that aren't the safest, that you're supposed to stay away from because like everybody knows what goes on there. So like you hear him talking about some of that stuff and him like reminiscing on or him comparing the similarities or the differences or the parallels is a better word for it between the industry and his neighborhood where he's from, with like the top nigga still being able to get shot down, which again, I think he's alluding to a nigga like Drake. Maybe I'm reading too far into it because he's close to it. I think a lot of people read too far into it, but that's where I'm kind of looking at it from. As far as niggas like, hey, bro, stay humble. And then obviously the clips got into a lot more discussion about gentrification and people faking the funk, which that for sure like sealed it to me thinking niggas are talking about Drake, because you're legit getting into people pretending to be your neighborhood or be from your community, and they're just like, nigga, stop that shit, because this isn't anything to be proud of for real. Or these the aspects you're trying to promote.
I don't know, man. I think people are gonna want to hear what they're gonna want to hear out of it. Like I said, I don't even want to get into the Drake stuff, man. Like I don't want to get into it until Push or Malice or JID come out and say like, yeah, like we took some shots in there. Like anytime, like one of them can post right now on Twitter just some eyeball emojis, and the first thing niggas is gonna do, they're gonna slide over to Drake's Instagram and see if it's something there, and then you know what I'm saying, then they gonna slide by the shade room and see if it's something up there. Like I'm not gonna speculate on it, man. What I can tell you is I think everybody came with their A game there. And as far as things go right now, where I'm thinking this is kind of going as far as like a central theme. Right now things are kind of varied and they're kind of everywhere. But one thing that I am noticing is they are with the name of the album being, God Does Like Ugly. They're talking about a lot of nasty shit here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that could get ugly. But at the same time, in all of it, they also do kind of, well, not they, but JID also in my opinion is finding a way to kind of shine through some good shit in it as well. So part of it to me is thus far, and maybe I feel different by the end of the project, but part of it thus far is definitely him talking to shit like, nigga, I ain't been here. Like, who the fuck are you? I've been here. Like, put some respect on me. But as far as like God Does Like Ugly, with him presenting so much shit that's ugly, but then also kind of showing some of the silver lining in some of this, I think that's kind of the duality that he may be going for with God Does Like Ugly. Like, it's ugly over here, but at the same time, we all fucking K. So I don't know.
Honestly, from my perspective, I guess saw a lot of what you saw, but I took the title of the album to kind of mean bad things, like bad people still doing bad things and being successful, or like, when you have like evil corporations or evil people doing shit and still being successful and being able to thrive, it seems like, damn, does God favor these people because they're still successful and they're doing horrible fucking things? And I got that a lot more out of this track in particular as well, in regards to the community aspect of it, and how they're depicting the block or the community. But we're gonna see. But yeah, we gonna this next song is GZ. No features on this track. This track is produced by Christo again, so this may be another dynamic one. Christo and Track Girl. Yeah, bro. Let's get into this one because I'm interested in this track.
They say you thugged out, gangster, gangster. Everybody bugged out, get the gloves out, banged up, It ain't no love down south. Memories in another series of events. A lot of shit it be very unfortunate. Like I mentioned, we had a game finna go and I'm feeling a
Gangsta. Nah, I fuck with that one. That fucking niggas trying to squeeze a hammer like he Giant Harry trying to stop a train bar. That shit was hard as fuck to me. That shit was cold.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Listening to it, I'm gathering that the title of the song is probably G's and not GZ. That sounded like a fucking white woman trying to pronounce that shit earlier. Go ahead, my bad. Let me get you off.
Yeah. I know I said that we weren't gonna do the whole Drake thing, but now whether this was a slight at the entire situation or just a slight at Drake, I don't really know. But what was it? It's going to my head. Don't let that picture that they paint you in the reflection turn deception in your brain. You want respect, then give the same. Dealing with some real shit. They faking beef we're creating. Call it competition. Feel more like a class participation. Get the gloves out. Banger, banger. Okay. So do you I mean, clearly, I mean, I don't know, man.
Nah, say what you want to say.
Like,
say what you want to say.
I mean, he clearly, I mean, because this is my thing. Like, it's hard to say is he not when like this is song 5, 6 out of the out of the 5 songs we've listened to now, he has brung up beef, like rap beef, industry beef in like 3 of these songs now. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I get.
I will say with that to the beef thing, it could not just be the Drake thing, because I feel like I think a lot of people aren't as tapped in because it's not like niggas to the same level or degree as a fucking Drake and fucking Kendrick. But ever since that shit ended, there's been a lot of like mini beefs that's been popping up over the last couple months, from Joey Badass and like the West Coast getting into a little minor beef to Joyner Lucas is now fucking in a rap beef with niggas in fucking the UK. Fucking Rick Ross is still trying to beef for any and everybody. That nigga was like beefing with fucking 85 South or some bullshit. He kept trying to little bro people. Honestly, this song felt more like aimed at a nigga like Rick Ross versus Drake, just because Rick Ross is like actively starting shit with niggas in the city that he fuck with. So I think that nigga Ross there's been a bunch of niggas like trying to start up beef, and it feels very disingenuous, or like the niggas it feels very performative.
Yeah. I just find that kind of interesting too, though, because I don't know how recent this statement is, but apparently, somewhere along the lines, Kendrick did an interview where they had kind of asked about the beef, and I mean, he was just like, hey, shit, like, you know, for me, this is competition. Like, this is what it's supposed to be. This is what the core of it was. Like, shit, if it got ugly, it was on that nigga kind of shit. So, you know, just like the whole thing about you want respect, then, you know, shit, give it first type of shit. You know, I think a lot of it too is like, you know, what did I miss? The whole concept of that song was, and granted, I don't know when this was recorded, you know, I can't really, but the whole concept of that song was like, hey, what did I miss? Like, y'all love me, right? Like, y'all give me a hug. Give me a hug. Like, y'all love me, right? So it's funny because those songs were him inadvertently demanding or insisting that he deserves respect. And the whole thing about how he lost that beef was implicated on the fact that he don't really deserve the respect all the way. So I think that the lines about wanting respect in conjunction to like also speaking on like, you know, fabricating beef is kind of interesting. You know, that's what I'm gonna say. I think it's kind of interesting, but nonetheless, we did forget to rate the last song. I would give the last song a 9 out of 10. This one here, I would definitely give a solid 8.
Community for me is for sure 10. Again, that's just a personal thing for me. That's like the type of music I would listen to in the car by myself. Like I might play that around certain friends, but these are songs that I go back to frequently. that may not be the mainstream thing, but it was just songs that I enjoy listening to. This song for sure is a fucking 10 for me, nigga. This nigga was rapping his fucking ass off. And we didn't talk about it yet, but the thing he does in his songs that always fucking keeps me like attentive is, again, for lack of a better term, the jittery nature of his songs, where like this nigga will have, like you saw it in the beginning, where he'll have the hook going and then they will just like interrupt the hook and just start rapping again, where it's like things are kind of like, it feels like he's kind of just doing shit on the fly. The other fact, we get to the end of the song and this nigga just randomly goes into a fucking a bit of storytelling at the end. Like he's just like,
which is dope.
Showcasing every aspect of his rap ability.
I would almost like to see him just do a full, like, I mean, I'm sure he has done it before because he does express the talent to do so. But what I will say about this particular song is listening to it, like, he is great at telling stories. Like, I don't know if we're going to get.
There's one song, we'll do it at the end if we have time. But if you want to see this nigga's storytelling, like probably my favorite song by this nigga is him telling a whole story about him and his family at best from the last album that I think I had Nick listen to. Yeah, we can go back into that whenever if we depending on how we feel at the end of this, because we still got like fucking 10 more songs left. But yeah, this nigga is a storyteller up at like for me, he's at like the number one tier of a storyteller with niggas like a fucking Kendrick, Eminem, a Cole, like, because we've heard those niggas give us like a full song of like storytelling. He's that type of nigga, if not better, because he's a lot more dynamic with the way he's telling his stories. I'm sure. Now, this next track, I've never been a huge Vince Staples fan. He's one of those, Vince Staples is very much so like Ty Dolla $ign to me, where like when I hear him on stuff, it's cool, but I only ever like hear about these niggas on features or when they're doing like MTV shit or like they're around some others. Like I never really like listened to a full body of their work. So I'm kind of excited to see what he does here, because he also seems like Vince Staples has a lot of respect of a lot of actual lyricists in the game. Like a lot of niggas that can rap their ass off really fuck with Vince. So I'm assuming from that props they give him that he can really fucking rap his ass off for real.
Yo, side note, have you seen the Vince Staples show?
I have not. Oh, you know what? You know what?
It's fucking hilarious.
I lied. I wasn't thinking about Vince Staples. I was thinking about fucking who's the nigga from Chicago with the throat tattoo?
With the throat tattoo. That sounds fucking diabolical.
Light-skinned dude. He was fucking he was the one that was pressing fucking academics on his show an Everyday Struggle back in the day. Like calling a nigga a bitch or some shit to his face.
I don't know the nigga with a throat tattoo, bro.
I'm blanking on this. It'll come back to me later on. But Vince, I got them niggas confused. Vince Staples, I've heard more songs of, because I heard some shit he did with Tyler and Odd Future back in the day on fucking.
Yeah, I fucked with Vince.
Yeah, Vince, I fuck with. I got the two niggas confused. But VCRs with Vince Staples, honestly, knowing who it is now, this is probably a great matchup because these niggas are both funny niggas. Credits for this song for production are Jay Versace, which is a hilarious fucking name. VCRs.
Colossal. Fuck you. Look, you want a piece of, you're Juliet, I'll be Romeo Montague. My mama said me fooling around with you is irresponsible. They don't know the burners I got, murders I caught, cause they say a word ain't got shot. Grab
that, man. This dude. There's something else about JID that like the way he flows is so fucking unique to him that I haven't ever heard anyone else do. Cause he has like this streamlined flow of consciousness. It almost sounds like he's just talking to you, and the next thing that pops into his mind, he just like smoothly transitions to that next frame of thought, but then it's somehow still cohesive together. And I maybe you know, because you're a bit older, you've been around hip hop a little bit longer than me, and you've actually like rapped in studio. I can't think of any other rapper I've ever heard that has a flow or flows that's similar to what he does in that same style.
Yeah. First of all, this is a 10. This is a 10 for me. Man, so I agree with what you're saying, because like there are certain artists that have like certain things that they are masters of, and this song almost feels like you sitting in the studio with two homies and you ask them, nigga, how are you? and where usually niggas is usually like, oh, I'm cool. This is a particular day where niggas really want to just spill how they feel in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask these niggas, Vince and JID, like the beat just drops and it's like, whoa, like I'm in the middle of a fucking music video. Like it just sounds so conversational in a way that for a minute, like I kind of got lost in this song a little bit. Like, you know, I definitely got immersed in this, but just and I just want to like just go over the last couple bars here. Personally, I know nobody never been perfect or moved perfectly. I'm praying when you see me at my worst, you see the worth in me. Battling demons, addiction, and adversity. Balancing dreams internally. It's my eternity. Like, god damn.
What's
Like,
crazy? If any other nigga were like to rap those same bars, they'd be lyrical, spiritual ass nigga.
yeah, it is, and that's my thing, because this is some lyrical, miracle, spiritual type of shit. But it's like the way it's delivered is so effortlessly and so calm and so cool. It doesn't come off that way.
Mm-hmm.
It comes off like, and I hate to say this, is I know like these days like the whole thing is like is not trying, and then on the other end of the spectrum now is the whole thing of calling out like, hey, since when is not trying looked at as cool? So like I hate to like even play anywhere into either of those two narratives, but this shit just really, it's like really just like you talking to this nigga, like he's not going, you can tell he didn't do that shit and then drop the mic and go crazy. Like it was like he just had a conversation and told you some shit, and this song draws you in such a way that one, you gonna listen to what's being said here, and two, it almost feels like, again, when you tell one of your boys or ask them how they doing, and then they drop some shit on you, and it's like, oh, like you can't respond to that right away. You got to let that shit sink in for a second before you respond. Like, man, this nigga he's dope, bro. He's dope. You know what I'm saying?
What if I told you this nigga had like 3 more albums at this quality, or if not better? Because I'm still trying to figure out if I like I think the Forever Story, which is his previous album, is like his best body of work. Because it's what I want from a lot of artists. Like after, like for me, once you give me like 1 or 2 albums of you really showcasing your skill set, at some point I want a project where you're breaking down who you are, what you stand for, and where you're from. Like this album has to reflect you. And the Forever Story is that, where he gets into a lot of his family dynamics, a lot of what made him him. And a lot of those songs, I think that's his best album thus far. Now this it's getting there. It's getting real like tight in regards to like which one I consider the better body of work for him. Because the only thing I'm ever asking from him is just like either same tier or get a little bit better. Same tier or get a little bit better. If you can be a Rick Ross and give me the same quality of music, because your quality, like your equilibrium is still top notch above like most niggas, because he kind of defies the issue that a nigga like Joyner Lucas has, where it's like, yeah, you can rap your ass off, but you don't make good music. You don't produce good music for people to listen to casually.
Yeah.
To your point, this nigga went through all kinds of soliloquies and spiritual miracles, 7-syllable words. But to your point, it felt effortless. It didn't feel like I was getting talked to like I'm in a fucking lecture in a college course. Like it feels like a nigga just like we just smoking in a fucking smoke session and you're just fucking talking and we're just fucking chilling. And this is the kind of music I can like, whenever I go like a night drive or whatever else, this is the type of shit I play when I'm just cruising through Atlanta on an I-85, just kind of just like trying to clear my head.
Yeah, it's like you see that, I know you've seen that clip of Cassidy where it was like, it's like you wipe your nose with the same cloth that you wipe your ass with. The shit's not happening. It's like was that line terrible? Kinda. But what made it worse is the fact that my nigga was like, the shit's not happening. Get it? The shit's not happening. And it's like, first of all, slow down, killer. But here is like, we don't get that. Get it and then repeat it. It's just like, shit, on to the next thing. I do this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you get hit with it on multiple layers like that, and you just left to think about it yourself. Like, I don't need my rappers to tell me what's dope. Let me go find it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then in addition to that as well, side note, you said that, you know, you need the who you are, where did you come from, what do you stand for? I feel like that's like unrelated, but completely and totally the one thing that Meg Thee Stallion is missing from her album. I mean, from her discography.
I saw that nigga Nick that all the time. Nick, again, to Nick's point, it feels like that a little bit, but it's not. It's more so dealing with her, like her trauma and mental health versus who she is.
And my thing is, Hiss is a thing of like, Hiss was cool, but Hiss was like, hey, this is what I've been going through the last 18 months of my life, which was relevant, you know, with the whole I got shot, was we fucking, was we not fucking, did he shoot me, did he not, we gotta go to court, niggas think I'm lying, blah. Oh, I get that, but for instance, me explaining what I've done the last 18 months of my life doesn't tell you where I'm from. It's just tell you where I've been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't build the whole narrative of who you are and what you stand for and what you're really about. But yeah, let's get to the next song, man. Let's get to the next song.
Okay. This next song, nigga, I ain't gonna hold you. We talked about like the song he was looking for to be a hit. Just looking at the title and who's on this song. This song is called Skate, and you got Sierra on the track. Sierra and Earth Gang. So you got three individuals. Well, two, because Dr. Dot ain't really singing like that. But you got a nigga in Venus and Sierra who can sing their ass off, and Sierra is known for let me see that 1-2 step type of shit. Like,
hey, I will tell you right now, I accidentally just hit play on my side. First and foremost, this is another song that I feel like I have to listen to in Dolby Atmos, because breaking this down into layers is about to be crazy just for like the first 5 seconds. But already this shit seems like it's about to be vibey as fuck. So just be ready for that. Just be ready for that.
For everybody watching, this is Skate with production credits by J Card, Christo again. I think Christo is like that. It's just a nigga, and Nick Rec. Yeah, let's get into Skate.
Look, niggas from the east side on a Friday night. Met a bunch of hoes at the Golden Glide. Smoking from the zone 4, Camden Road. Got cash to blow, hollering at the hoe. You know these hit Cat on the Sunday. Say a pocket lot prayer, no gunplay. I just want to kick back. You ain't never been to Skate Town. Auto National, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what I thought it was. This is about to be this is about to be an ATL anthem in this fucking city. And the fucking the skate, I don't say the skate parks, the skate arenas, whatever the fucking the rings. That's what they're fucking called, rings, not fucking parks. Niggas about to play the fuck out of this song.
Man, hey, I'm gonna say this: if that song don't work, like,
it's too ATL though. Yeah. It's almost like that. It's almost like that Metro Boomin album that came out this summer, where niggas were like, "Who the fuck is this? Why they doing shit like this?" It's so ATL, and I'm like, nigga, I don't know if
you know what,
fuck with it like that.
And my thing is, I think side note, Metro's like response to that is like, y'all niggas don't get pussy enough. I can tell. It was the perfect response, because when I heard that, like, one, I understand everything's not for me. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? I am a nigga from the West Coast who lives in the Midwest, who majority of his favorite rappers are from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a hodgepodge of just like culture in terms of this rap shit. And not everything is gonna hit for everybody. And I listened to the entire album. There was about 4 or 5 bangers to me. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the shit, though, as I listened to it, I'm like, oh, this is definitely like for the South. I can hear this shit in the clubs. I can hear this shit for the ladies. This album ain't for everybody, but niggas don't get that. But this song here, I can't even say that. I don't think I get what you saying is too Atlanta, but I think that's what it has going for it, because yes, the rinks are big in Atlanta, but rinks are everywhere at the same time though, bro. And this is not only like a good song to like rink to be at the rink to, I do feel like I almost wish we had an alternate version where we didn't get a full Sierra verse, but we chopped up like her first two stanzas on her verse and made that the hook. That what was that? Have you ever been to MLK? Have you ever been to skate or whatever that shit was? Yeah, oh Nashville. If we would have chopped that shit up and like had that with the south side, north side, like granted I in the studio, I can't do that, but I do feel like this one could have been where this is crazy. I feel like this motherfucker really could have went to the moon had they. I get you put Sierra on there, so you wanna pay respects to your greats. She's a legend, and like by all means, give her a verse. But I almost feel like they sacrificed what could have been a little bit of a better song. Like this is a hard 9.5 for me. I would have gave this bitch an 11 had they took that, chopped it up, and put it on there, and then still threw in the north side, south side, west side in there. But I mean, still, like, I don't imagine this song not working, bro. Like, I just can't. Like, is it going to hit on the West Coast? I don't know, but it should hit at least up towards the Midwest. It should hit definitely down south, and it should hit on the East Coast as well. I imagine that everybody should dig this song to a certain extent, bro.
It is definitely a club song. Like, you gonna be dancing with your girl to this song right here. Like, niggas are getting on the
it feels good. It feels good.
Yeah. Dog. Plus, for a lot of people, I don't know how much Earth Gang you listen to, but for a lot of people, this is their introduction to them. Earth Gang is another. So, Spillage Village is a collection of Atlanta artists that kind of came together. And they were putting each other on and toured around for a while. And Spillage Village is composed of Earth Gang, Black, JID, Mariba, and I'm blanking on. There's another name that I'm blanking on. But Earth Gang is, for a lot, when people describe them, they're pretty much supposed to, they're like a new age outcast in a way. And most people only really say that just because of the fact Johnny Venus sounds so much like fucking Three Stacks in like their fucking vocal tonality and how they go about rapping in particular with their flows and shit. And them niggas, when they get on the track, bro, them niggas just go, bro. Them niggas can fucking go. They can give you whatever you want, nigga. You want the rapidy rap, boom bap shit? You want the fucking melodic ATL shit? They can give it to you because the niggas can sing too. Well, at least Venus can sing. Doc can't really sing for real, but that nigga can rap his ass off. So yeah, bro. This next track though, I ain't gonna lie, I'm really excited for this. I'm not a huge Don Toliver fan by himself, but this nigga on a hook is butter, nigga. It's almost like him and Gunna have that same, like, where their voice is just so smooth on a fucking hook of a track.
Man.
But this next song is What We On by JID featuring Don Toliver with producing credits by a lot of niggas. Jesus Christ. 206 Derek and Bessa, Chase B, Nick D, Cam One, Nay Bayan, Buddy Ross, and Bihan.
Oh, y'all was busy.
Them niggas, this may be some shit right here, nigga. This many niggas producing or on this shit. And I don't know if they give engineers producer credits for tracks on anymore or at all.
They sometimes, it depends on how active the producer is during the session, but they sometimes do.
Okay, but here we go. What We On.
Rolled out another state that I made 100,000 in a day. That's $500,000 a week. Kinda hard to speak to me from summer freeze a blizzard. Shot a Senegalese a sister, and she want me to be her mister, but I don't want to tease.
I don't know how I feel about this one yet. Initial response, I was like, okay, we're doing a little too much production and engineering on the voices because, again, you haven't heard a lot of JID, but the nigga can actually sing for real. Like the nigga is really good at bare minimum, like projecting his voice and staying on key. Like the nigga, he can sing a little bit. So I'm like, cool. I would have preferred, instead of you like, it felt like the whole song was just chopped and screwed, but it wasn't chopped and screwed. Like, instead of you doing that vocal effect, you could have just let his vocals kind of just smooth out that part for me particular. The rap, obviously, is the rap. The nigga fucking spazzed on the fucking on the actual fuck. I'm blanking on my words today. It's late on the verse for real. And the Don Toliver thing too. I'm like, okay, I got Don Toliver, but did I really get Don Toliver because it felt like you over-engineered his voice more? Because the Don Toliver I fuck with didn't have as much engineering on. Like he has that same Travis Scott kind of like
touch auto-tune kind of,
But I think it works because you allowing niggas to sing and you're fusing that and melding that together in a really great way. This felt like a little too heavy-handed of like to your point, felt like too many cooks were in the kitchen.
Yeah. I agree 100%. This first half of the song I did not love. Didn't really even like it for that matter. Second half of the song is pretty dope. The one thing that I do appreciate beat wise is I do like the mix up of starting the drum pattern, playing it in reverse, midway through this, or maybe like a third way through the song, they flip it and play the beat pattern forward. And then as you get towards the end of the song, they flip it and start playing the drums in reverse again. I thought that was kind of a cool thing. Again, when you and I think you said Crisco was on this, right?
Cristo, let me double check. Cristo view credits. No, actually, Cristo was not on this one.
Okay,
No.
Cristo wasn't on this one. Yeah,
which makes sense.
Yeah, well, someone there at least had the idea of, you know, like keeping some consistency to at least some patterns of the production here. But I do agree, like this song, unfortunately, one wasn't what I wanted, even if it was less produced. I just feel like for what I've heard from JID tonight, what I know of Tolliver as well, like this isn't what I wanted. This is like a 5 for me, man. Like this is mid as fuck. Like if somebody says they like it, I'm not gonna be mad, but in my world, it's mid.
I'm gonna try. Like, I want to play it in the truck to see if, like, okay, is this at bare minimum like a car ride track where I can just like kind of passively listen to this and kind of vibe out. If not, I may just take it out the playlist altogether. It barely made my JID playlist, but it may be taken out.
Yeah. I saw you kind of like on the fence about if you were adding that or not. Yeah. I mean, well, we'll see. And like I said, I'll spend more time because I'm definitely gonna like I said, get a second go in. And like I said, get the Dolby mix and kind of get a more immersive experience of it. Maybe there's some music that I'm not catching here tonight, because that does happen sometimes. But nonetheless, at least right now, like I don't know if there's that much music I'm missing that would even get me any further than like a 6 out of 10 on this one. But who knows?
Next track, Wholeheartedly. This should be a good one because if Ty Dolla $ign ain't gonna do nothing else, he gonna be a solid feature. And then my nigga 6 Lack. Nigga 6 Lack on the beat. Producer credits are by Cristo back again. This nigga, he loves Cristo. Benji and Yui, which side tangent, I'm still waiting this Metro Boomin collab album with this nigga. Because now that this came out and the nigga revealed in the interview that he has a whole 15-song project with Cole collab that he did that's already done. I'm like, okay, nigga, when did this Metro shit happen? Is this Metro album not happening? Because y'all niggas gassed it up like a year or two ago, and I've yet to hear anything about this Metro album collab you're supposed to be doing with this nigga.
It's probably gonna come out when the J. Cole and Kendrick drop, bro. Honestly, so we got a little bit of a wait.
Don't piss me off today. Don't piss me off today.
Too soon?
God. Nigga, I'm not dead. So yes, it's too soon. Wholeheartedly, JID, Ty Dolla $ign, and 6 Lack. My nigga Black.
Play the game by the code. Don't change on me. Never switch up on me. Don't change. Don't switch up on me. Never switch on me. This ain't no multiplayer. Mobile racer. Pick your mood up.
I had to let that one play all the way out. You mentioned on the last song that we didn't get at all what we wanted from that track. I got everything I fucking wanted out of this song.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I agree.
This is my favorite song on this fucking album so far.
That was a vibe. It was vulnerable. It felt vulnerable. The production was great. It was simple. The strings were amazing. You know, Ty did what he was supposed to do. Black always. I feel like I hate to say this, but I feel like I haven't. Now, granted, I have not gone out for his catalog, but every time I hear him, whether I seek him out or he finds me. I don't feel like Black misses too often, man.
Bro, just go listen to East Atlanta Love Story, nigga. That for me is like the pinnacle of Black. That nigga, like, very, very few and far between have I ever heard a song with JID on it and said, I like somebody else's verse better than his. This song, this Black's verse on this shit was fucking spectacular. This is fucking spectacular.
Yeah, I agree. This is absolute heat. I mean, I am probably going to go ahead and favorite this one as well.
Mm-hmm. And to my guy, I One Sale X Andrew 33. I will review 10 songs. Honestly, I want to do a lot more of these like album watch parties because I don't get on Twitch too often. But the one benefit of Twitch is that I'm able to do something like this where I can listen to music live without having to worry about getting copyright struck to all hell. I'm gonna try to chop this up or have my editor chop this up as best I can to put this on YouTube. But it's not likely that it'll be able to get up there without me getting up like a strike on the channel or something crazy happening. But nonetheless, I'm more than down to listen to up and coming artists or local artists or even new artists being sent to me. And I'll probably either grab Greg when he's available or the other old nigga Nick who's supposed to be here. I'll get my other homie in here. We can listen to some of the up and coming places too, up and coming people. But this next song, Jesse Reyes. I have only ever heard one song by Jesse Reyes, and I'm trying to remember what that song is. Hold on, I can tell you.
Yo, I want to stop you for a second. Before we get into this next song, can you scroll up so I can get the feature list for these songs? As I give the entire project a grade, I figure instead of just grading it as a whole, the most honest grade I can give to this project would just be average out the scores as we go here. Community was with Pusha T, and I was definitely I gave it a 9 at least.
Yeah, I gave Community a 10 for me.
Yeah, I want to say I gave G's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Vince was a 10. Skate was a 10. What we on was unfortunately a 5.
Yeah.
Like, talk about a heartbreak. And then I'm gonna give
Wholeheartedly.
I'm gonna give Wholeheartedly a 9 because I want to give it a 9.5 as well. It just fell just shy of a 10 for me, though I do love the song. But my thing is, Skate also got a 9.5. So Skate is gonna take the 10 for the sake of the average, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and give the 9 here. Is how we're gonna break it even. All right. So I'm ready for the next song. We into Mabu, right?
Yep.
Nobu.
So we already know this about to be. And to that last point, that song that Jesse Reyes that I fuck with heavy is a song she did with Black called Forever. And it's like that's the only song I've like heard by her for real, and the one I absolutely love it. So I need to dig more into her stuff. But yeah, Nobu by JID featuring Jesse Reyes with producer credits by Tim Subai.
We about to get toxic.
More than likely.
Why'd I take you to Nobu just to hear about your old boy? I'm not the shoulder.
With all due respect, Ma, but I'm not the one who sent the text. Now look, I'm not the only one who's.
Yeah, that was beautifully toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always love, like, ever since I heard fucking Kendrick do it, I've noticed that I just love the aspect and the idea of when you're dealing with songs that are dealing with relationships, the method of having a male and female artist going back and forth writing from their perspective is always dope because it's something that both genders can really appreciate in regards to like how they're seeing things, and something that we like. This song can come on and I can honestly see like a couple sing this shit in the car. As toxic as it is, I can see like a couple bonding over a song like this in the car.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. We called it. We said it was getting toxic. We saw the name of it in the first 30 seconds. He's like, I mean, once he said like, you know, it's not mine, but you're gonna let me lease the pussy. I'm like, okay. I see where we going here. It is exactly where we ended up going. But I mean, it's a good song. That is another song where I hate to say it, it does definitely give like Luther vibes
Mm-hmm.
in the terms of how how symbiotic they work together on that song, which
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily a bad thing. I would like to say I can imagine that this song could work as a single as well. My
Oh
only
yeah.
fear is people are either going to love it or they're going to like try to, oh, well, here are these two guys that aren't Kendrick and SZA trying to sound like Kendrick and SZA. So that scares me a little bit. But I mean, at the same time, this is a great song. I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving it
Same.
a 9.
Same. Yeah, that shit was fire. And again, I gotta dig more into Jessie Reyes's catalog. Um, because again, I figured she was like Spanish more than likely based off her name and then seeing her complexion. I'm like, either you're some Spanish form, you're Mexican, Caribbean, whatever it is. Like you're not Caribbean, Spanish, Argentinian, whatever it is. I was like, yeah, okay. So the random bits of Spanish at the end made sense. And that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah, definitely
And
so.
Cyberdad said Kendrick and SZA aren't the first people to do it. People comparing it to them will irritate me. I wouldn't be comparing it to the SZA and Kendrick song. I was comparing it to the fucking what was the fucking track on not GNX on fucking Mr. Marlon and the Big Steppers where he was fucking like arguing with a girl back and forth on it. I can't fucking remember the name of the song.
Oh, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, bitch. I forget the name of
Yeah.
it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the song that I was really comparing this to in regards to like the back and forth with the toxic tendencies they both have, or at least them both saying shit about each other. So you're getting two sides of the perspective on how they feel
Yeah.
about each other.
Yeah. I can see that too. I think it falls somewhere in between both of them. Just like I said, like the symbiotic way that they kind of flow and go
Yeah.
together with it, but then also the back and forth with the toxicity was. I
Mhm.
mean, it's the worst of both worlds in the best of ways. Like I enjoy that song a lot.
And yeah, bro, I'm not gonna say bro can sing, bro can carry a note and carry a tune because he doesn't. He's good
Yeah.
enough at singing. Where I'm like, I don't mind the song where you're singing for majority of the song. There's a whole song on the Forever Story where this nigga just sang the entire song and it was fucking Cody Blue 30. I think you would love that fucking song actually. Cody Blue 32 is the name of the song. You would fucking
Okay.
love that fucking song. But getting into the next track and we vibing is an interlude. An interlude this far into the album is kind of crazy to me, but you know, it is what it is. I ain't even gonna bother looking at the credits. The 41-second interlude. I'm gonna let this just play through into the next track because I feel like it's gonna flow into the next song. And the next song is on McPhee with Baby Kia, who I've never heard of before. And that song is produced by Bowie 1DA. Oh my god, these niggas need better names. Vinyls, Q Beats, and Coleman. Jesus Christ.
Little dog with a bite in the bark, a nice heart niggas abuse and turn to dark, a night hawk looking for food and look at the. I jump high and run fast 100 miles. My nigga still in the hood, he just one of the guys. He getting sick of the bull.
Yeah, lame man, nigga. That shit hard as fuck, nigga. What you talking about?
Yeah.
That shit. That's
Yeah.
cold. That shit's cold.
So one thing I would do want to point out, I think the interlude was more so attached to the last song than this song.
True,
for
fair
sure.
enough.
But I like this song. This brought me back to a time of where niggas referred to Atlanta in particular as the Dirty South. Before trap music, like before crunk music, when the Dirty South was just the Dirty South. Like this feels good. Like I enjoyed this song. It's not my favorite song on the track, but it brought me back to a time when like it feels like a time when the South was hungry and like fighting for that place of respect in the game. And like this song almost like embodied that. So like that's just dope. It's a period piece. It's a period piece. That's what I'm on the fence of, 8 or a 9. I'm gonna go 8 for this one, just because I was generous with the last one, so I'm gonna go 8 here as well.
Then
But
we
that
got
was dope.
then we got to takes him back to the wolves. Then,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, this shit was it was gritty, it was nasty. This is the type of shit I'll bang in the truck myself and fucking break my neck, just fucking vibing to, nigga. Or like if I'm with the homies for real, we just trying to fucking be ignorant for like I'm trying to forget, nigga. I don't have a college education, nigga. I don't work at a fucking college. I don't give a fuck about my life for real, nigga. I'm just trying to be in this moment and just fucking rage for a second and just like be grimy for like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
You could.
This is the fun
You
track.
could.
Now, I don't know where Baby Kia was at all in the song because it says she's a feature. I didn't hear anyone else on this fucking song outside of JID for real. Maybe I'm just
Yeah, I
fucking
didn't.
okay. I thought it was just me. I was like, what the fuck? Now these next 2 songs, I'm curious about
Oh,
because this
right.
next song
Two
off
two
of
longest
Blue,
songs on the project.
literally like 6 minutes and 36 seconds. I'm like, okay, this has to be like more melodic. It's either going to be one or two things. It's going to be very melodic where he's going to be getting into like a lot of his singing bag and letting kind of just flowing in and out of stuff, or he's just going to fucking get on this motherfucker and just remember when Wayne did he got in the booth and that nigga Wayne had like a fucking pad of like 100 bars that he just had left over. And this nigga just spit 100 fucking straight. This is what this shit's gonna feel like. When this nigga just had like a shit ton of fucking raps written out. He's like, nigga, fuck it, I'm getting rid of these shits. And just spitting for fucking 6 minutes straight. One or the two.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna find out.
Of Blue, produced by Childish Major, Trey Lander, Eli Macedon, Tri Bishop, Gib DJ, Noah Scarf, Christo, and Mariba. Oh, Mariba is producing it and on the song. And again, Mariba is one of the young women that are on Spillage Village with JID. So he's bringing, I think he's pretty much bought all the Spillage Village on this album with him as well, which is dope to see.
The memories hurt and they twist. Don't tell me that believe in miracles. Every season.
Okay.
Tee it up then.
Look, we gotta find a place. Shit, maybe it's near the stars.
Interesting. That song and the way that song ended with like almost a sermon going into the next song with a feature from Pastor Troy feels very intentional. But go ahead, I'll let you go on your thoughts first.
Yeah. First and foremost, I think that the ballad at the beginning was beautiful. This song, I think this seems like a song that I'm gonna have to spend some more time with. In order to get like a full scope of it. It had a lot going on sonically. We had a ballad, we had some more calm raps, we had a little bit of lyrical miracle, we had some sermons in here. It's hard to say much on this when I do feel like this is a song that does need a lot more time to be spent with it to really kind of get a full grasp on what's happening here. For the sake of not ranking it too high or too low, I think I am going to come in on an 8 on this. I would not be surprised if after spending more time with this does absolutely move into a 10. But at least on a first listen, production is great. It's very busy in the best of ways. I was a little concerned about seeing like 6 or 7 producers on it, but it makes sense now because where some of the songs on here have kept some kind of cohesive vibe moving from one beat to another. This song completely sounds like we got 3 songs kind of mashed in to create one, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but this is more akin to like the Drake beat switch that I was referring to earlier than some of them that we've heard earlier in the song. But all in all, it was a decent song. Again, I'm giving it an 8 for now. I need to spend more time with it.
I'm going to echo a lot of your same sentiments. I think I probably move it into a 9. And part of that is my background doing like singing in a choir. One thing about like orchestra or choir performance, concert choir music is can I get lost in the wave of instrumentation or the musicality that you're presenting to me? And for a lot of JID songs, I do. And this was one particular where like I just kind of like got washed away. And like for a minute, I kind of forgot I was on camera. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, let me come back to reality a little bit. And I just enjoyed the beauty of it. So much so to the point where you were saying, I gotta go back and listen to this a couple times to see what he was actually saying in a lot of stuff. Because a lot of those verses, I was kind of just like phased out and just like really enjoying the music.
Yeah.
And then his flows are always so smooth where it's like, it didn't feel like he's interrupting the beat or like it's not jarring to hear him come in on the beat. He's like working
Yeah.
cohesively with the beat and the production to keep the song moving. But yeah, I'm interested now in the second longest song on this album being K-Word with Pastor Troy. I feel like we're about to get a drastic shift from that melodic shit to some gritty, hard shit now. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Because I'm like, what is a K word? Is it kill? Is it kilo?
I'm trying to think of some southern shit.
Right.
Like,
Knockout.
maybe we gonna see, man. But K-Word featuring Pastor Troy, with production credits by Major 7, Music Man. Jesus Christ, bro. Get Music Man. What be better? We be better names for these fucking producers, bro. Everybody's trying to get a rapper name. And Christo. Thank God Christo keeps his fucking
Good.
Motherfucking flowers on set me free. Karma's got you good, karma's got you beat. It's okay, I don't care if it come from me. Who cannot come?
Karma.
She come around, everybody calling her bitch. But she don't give a fuck, she like that shit. When she pull up, everybody better dip. Goodbye like a long night kiss. Threw my arm around the Karma, bitch, you crazy. I send a rapper to the corner if he make me.
Hey, my nigga JID down with La Raza. Oh man.
Down with Arasa is crazy.
This was fucking. This is the best way I can describe this song is by telling you that this one day, if it is not used in the score of a movie, will be fucking criminal. Because the build up, the climax, the way it like settled out, like this should most definitely be in a movie at some point. Like this felt like I was watching a movie, like listening to the song. This is great. And I guess it's safe to assume that the K-word is karma. And the way he describes karma as a woman who is sexy, who is spiteful, who is deceptive is also kind of interesting the way he characterized karma as a person. That was dope to me. This nigga is different, bro.
Yeah, conceptually, this was definitely a great song. I'm curious here. I want to see if I can plug this into a translator here. See what's being said here at the end. Look, Daddy, you forgot. It says, "Look, Daddy, you forgot what I said, or what? Between heaven and earth, there is nothing hidden. Piles with vengeance. You don't want." Yes, ma'am. Yes, the dishwasher is clean. You don't have to go charge Raymundo and everyone. Godito. I guess God takes care of it. Have faith that God takes care of it. Did he hear me? So essentially, yeah. So I mean, essentially, just kind of nailing in that message, like, shit, karma's coming for those that have done you wrong. Essentially, we don't got to worry about it. Don't chase these niggas down. God's gonna take care of it.
And the way he described karma too, like, damn, she got a Ruby Rose booty. That's crazy, nigga. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Karma,
yeah, that was dope.
Because to your point, like, your character, you're looking at karma in its essence. Like, karma can either be on your side and you doing well for other people and it coming back around for you, or it could fuck you over if you're not doing right by people. So the fact that he's making such an attractive woman and speaking so sweetly, like, it seems like, at least the way he's characterizing her, like, she's somebody that's on his side. That's better. He flirts with karma a lot.
Yeah,
shit like this is what I live for in my rap, because it's again, this is one of those songs that it's not for mass consumption or the mass consciousness. At least, I mean, you would like to think it would be, because people will be thinking at a higher frequency level or outside of themselves. But This is
They
definitely
don't.
for people that are fans of rap and music in general, because this shit was so layered and so beautiful to me.
Yeah, definitely. Now, obviously, I was dadding for a particular portion of this song. Was listening to it, wasn't completely tuned in the entire time. But from what I did catch, I kind of echo you. I think that the way that hip hop thrives is by having these stories and these concepts created in creative ways. Um, and while I wouldn't necessarily say this is a great song, I have to give this a 10, not necessarily for being a song, but more so for its creativity and displaying not only his skill, but the fact that rap stands for rhythm and poetry. And I think that he embodied that on this track. Like it was great. Like people don't do that anymore. So gotta tip my hat there.
Yeah, this is it for me. I had to give it a 10 as well. I love this track, and it's one that I'm definitely going to be returning to a couple times. This is fuck, this is beautiful. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Cole's my number one nigga, and has always been for a little bit, for not for a little bit, for a while, since like 2014 for me. It went from Wayne to Cole. JID may be my favorite rapper in the game right now. And most of it is just because I can relate so much to him because he's from the same state, has a lot of the similar experiences in regards to how he sees the world as well. But the fact this Nick is so focused on his artistry as well as like having fun and doing, like we've gotten every bit of JID's repertoire as a rapper and as an artist, from the hardcore grungy Atlanta shit where he's just spitting heavy to the poetic stuff to the shit like this is so creative and introspective and conceptually fresh. Yeah, bro. I legitimately cannot think of like I can only think of like maybe like 3 rappers off the top of my head that can do all of this to this degree. Like there are niggas that may do 1 or 2 of the things better than him possibly. But to be able to embody all of this stuff at this high of a level is like GOAT level shit for me in particular. But
Yeah.
again, I'm a
Like
little younger, but
like bro is definitely showing range. And that goes a lot of way because we got the club bangers, we got the feel good, we've had some fun, we've laughed, like you can feel some of the shit in your soul. Like I thus far I know we got 1 song left, but I feel like a good album wears you thin in the way that it takes you on a ride. There are highs and lows, not necessarily indicative of quality of the music, but music is supposed to evoke emotion. And I feel like that's what we've been here. We've laughed, we felt some of it deep down in the pits of our stomach. We have seen some clever punchlines and shit. Like this is a great album. This is absolutely a great album.
Going into the last song on this track, For Keeps, being produced by 2 with an exclamation point and Stealth is Metal. Now, I will predict he is going to end this album rapping his fucking ass off. Because when I hear a nigga named Stealth is Metal as a producer, this beat about to be just heavy and fucking nasty, more than likely, is what I assume.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a victory lap of a song right here. That's what I predict as well. So I'm ready for it if you are, man.
All right. Last but not least, For Keeps by JID with no features.
And every time I think the mojo gone, here come the feeling I've been trying to find for oh so long. First on the site, trying to cop the merchandise. Could damn near recite every single verse. I was down bad, scribbling my life in a pad. They said go get a real job, put down the mic.
Man, that was like you said, that was a victory lap. Not in the way that I thought it was going to be, but in the way that I feel like I needed.
Yeah, that song was for you.
Oh, go ahead.
That song was for you. That song was for you. As someone who has already kind of shared that you've been a fan for years, that song was for you. And what I'll say before you kind of spill on it is, for me, I'm gonna give it a 9 out the gate. You have to love when a rapper can make these songs where they thank their fan base without going super fucking corny with it. We got, I'm assuming his son or daughter on it.
I didn't know the
You
nigga
know,
had a child. That's crazy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it was heartfelt, you know what I'm saying? Like again, like he's telling these stories, he's painting these pictures, like you can see it, you can feel it. This nigga's at fucking work, not feeling it, but hey, I'm here, but I'm also dreaming about what I'm doing right now. Like I thought it was a dope song. I don't think we got too in depth lyrically here, but just don't need that neither, though. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I feel like this song did exactly what it was supposed to do, in terms of delivering the message, telling the story, and saying thank you to those people, like you said, that are popping out, buying the tickets, buying, the merch, and
Mhm.
hopping on to hit play right at midnight. Because I'm sure if we didn't do this, you would have been one of them midnight ass niggas.
Oh,
So, yeah.
nigga.
So yeah,
Indubitably, nigga. My ass would have been on that shit.
that's a 5-star word. That's one of my favorite words right there. Indubitably. Love it.
Yeah, to your point, yeah, this as a fan, and I have somebody that's been a fan for a while. It felt good. It felt like a little warm, little warm and fuzzy. Especially when artists can, as somebody who's a creator, uh, it always is weird from like a creator lens, where like I tell people thank you for watching a video, and sometimes I don't always get that response back. But being on the other side of that and getting a thank you from a creator, it gives me that duality in the perspective there, and also kind of looking at things from a creator's lens. Hearing somebody this talented, this successful now, that's damn near done it all as far as a rapper. Like you've got platinum selling records, platinum selling albums. You toured all over the world. You have fucking songs with legendary bands on fucking iconic animations. You've done damn near everything you could do or should want to do as an artist, not just a rapper, but as a musician. Hearing how he started, where his niggas talking about putting up songs on SoundCloud where he's only getting like 2-3 clicks, and he's not seeing the reciprocation on the amount of effort he's putting into his stuff. As somebody on the side of like YouTube or other bits of content creation, where I started out putting out a video with like 10, 20, maybe 30 views on something with no comments, to now where I'm able to pull a couple hundred within a couple days, possibly a couple thousand. Is at an extreme lower tier, but the feeling is one that I can really understand and really commend, because when
Yeah.
you see the growth in yourself and all the hard work you put in, it's a different level of like euphoria and joy that money can't bring you, for real.
Yeah, definitely so, and I can relate to that as someone who did make music at one point in my life. And I remember, I was in the days of MySpace music,
Hmm.
and and granted, when we did shit like that, we had a particular buzz in the high school, being some of the best at doing in school. And I remember those days of getting 5 or 10 plays on my MySpace music, and
Hmm.
that would be a good day. But then I also remember that feeling when we shot our first music video during the infancy era of YouTube, and
Hmm.
we were the first people in the city to have a music video. And when I say like we shot it, we didn't think nothing of it. We put it on YouTube. We didn't think nothing of it. We were proud of it. You know what I'm saying? But we put it up there. We let it be. And I'll never forget. I had summer school, and I didn't think nothing about it. I was walking through the school during summer school. I walked past the hallway, and on the overhead projectors, I'm walking past the class. In the slit of the window, I see my face on the overhead projector in the middle of someone's classroom. And I stop and I look, and somebody, you know how in high school they got the little slits of glass, you know what I'm saying, where
Yeah.
you can see through. And somebody just pointed at me. And then the teacher opened the door and they like, yo. And I'm just like, I've been going to the school for like 2 years now, y'all. Like, hello, but we've been here. So I absolutely like get the idea of like where this song comes from, of like
Hmm.
having those moments and seeing the idea of you making that progress, and kind of wanting to reach back down to thank the people that helped get you there. So yeah,
Hmm.
I'm with it. What are you giving this song? I'm giving it I think I said a 9 is where I landed here.
Yeah. To try to be unbiased about it, I give it a 9 as well.
This nigga want to give it a 10 because the song was he made the song for him.
Oh God, nigga, shit for me, nigga, me.
I mean, but you know what? But what I would say is, if you feel that you want to give it a 10, give it a 10. Because this is the thing. We're going to have 2 separate scores here based on you being a wholehearted fan of this dude, me being someone who's heard of him, has some respect for him, but am just here to enjoy the ride. So if a 10 is where you are as a hardcore fan, he got hardcore fans out there, and I think that's valid.
Shit, I'm giving it a 10 then. This, like, nigga, what I mean, if you are if you know me in high school, from college, ask any, because I only really keep like 6 to 7 people I would consider true friends in my inner circle, where like I've walked with you I met you either in middle school or through college, where I legitimately talk to you damn near every day, if not like a couple times throughout the week. Every single one of these niggas, even friends or just colleagues or associates, Doonies, comrades, whatever you want to call this shit. If I'm in any kind of friendly relationship with you, I have told you about JID and how fucking amazing this nigga is since 2016 to 2017. Ask anybody I know. So for the fact this nigga is here giving me an album this fucking polished, this fucking amazing, is dope. And I will honestly say I do think this is fuck. I think this would like tip the scales a little bit in being better than the Forever Story, which is it's right there, nigga. Like when I mean it's right there, it's right there. Only because it feels a little bit more polished than the Forever Story, as just from just the production side of musicality and some of the rhyme schemes and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the ratings. And before I let you go to sleep and get with your kids, I do want to play that one song for you that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream about the storytelling.
Absolutely. So what do you want to do? Do you want to give total score on the project first, or you want to play the song first?
Let's go through the total score of the project first. I may cut this other part out as like a clip or something. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. So on my end, you know, I don't feel like I've got much else to say. I think we've done a thorough job of kind of explaining our thoughts and revelations throughout this project. So adding all of mine in, I'm going to be, cold and calculated about it. My score comes out at an 8.57 for the sake of keeping it clean and not having any decimals on any of the scores. I kind of cleaned those up as I went through rating all these songs. This is going to fall on a 9. We're going to round up. It's at 8.57. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. This is absolutely a banging project. And if this is any indication of what the rest of his discography sounds like, I'll definitely be giving it a spin and checking the rest of it
out. For me, funny enough, I think I'm giving this a 9 as well. Maybe like give it a 9.4, 9.5. It's not perfect to me yet. I haven't, as hardcore as a fan as I have been and I am, I don't think he's giving me a 10 out of 10 project yet. I don't know what that would be. And I only say all this because I've just heard this nigga on different features or singles just like go super insane. And he does it in his albums as well. But he like there are certain albums, like when I'm looking at something like a Get Rich or Die Trying, or like those iconic albums to where the rapper may not be the best rapper of all time, or they may not even have like 3 good albums. But for that one iconic album, they got the collection of the best possible songs they could in that one fucking record. And I feel like if I were able to like nitpick like other songs from his last album even, and put it on this and switch some of the songs out, like if we were able to get rid of what was the one song we had like a 5 out of 10? If we were to get rid of that song and replace that with the song I'm about to show you now, nigga, this may be a 10 album. It's just like
man, that was that damn Don Toliver song, man. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah. And I think it's just
fucking what we on.
And I'm cool with it because I understand artists want to experiment too. So
oh yeah,
I get it. But in regards to me, like looking at the album being perfect, it's just those little blemishes where I'm like, I can skip this song. I feel like a perfect album, I shouldn't have any skippables, and that's one I would skip going forward. Or I would even encourage people to skip if I were telling them to listen to the album. So yeah, it's a 9 out of 10 for me as well. Love this album. JID is on this fucking thing. I fucking know the fucking Cole collab album he did, which is 15 songs to the same length as this album. Whenever that comes out, it's going to be fucking fuego. if Cole is in the bag that he's been in like the last year and a half, maybe 2 years with features and his singles he's been putting out, and we're getting this version of a JID on a fucking 15-song album, nigga,
It's
I'm
gonna
here
be
for
crazy.
it. That will be reviewed
Yeah.
on this channel as well live, because nigga, what the fuck? Again, everybody watching, this is the Captain's Lounge. This is where I tend to have conversations or do things like this with dope people that I fuck with, like my homies here. So if you guys are interested in more content like this, where we kind of just have open dialogue and conversation about things we're enjoying or things we're passionate about, you know, you can go find this playlist on YouTube. I'm gonna attempt to get this on YouTube somehow without a copyright strike. Like, it may block out a lot of the songs. I may have to cut out a lot of the songs and you guys just hear our commentary over it. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably end up editing this shit myself or just seeing what I can get away with YouTube. But if you guys want to hear more and do more to support your boy, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you are notified whenever I do more dope shit like this with friends I love. Because I do plan on reviewing and reacting to more music. Going into this again really made me remember how much I enjoyed doing this with Nick earlier, and then finally getting you on from one of these and having the dialogue here. I would love to go into more artists, especially artists I'm not familiar with, because up until this point, I think outside of the one October London album I did with Perry, I'm usually only bringing forth artists that I'm already passionate about, like a Corday, that I feel like people don't give the proper just due. So if you guys have any recommendations, or like individual requested earlier in the stream, that if you guys have any music of your own that you want us to react to or kind of discuss, put it in there. But yeah, this has been Captain Diesel of Captain Diesel's Dojo. My boy Dadpad Gaming, you want to tell people where they can find you at?
I do. I also want to tell y'all that if you send music here and we review it and it's yours and it's bad, don't get mad. Get better. Okay. But yeah, you can find me at Dadpad Gaming everywhere. You see it. I don't know if they can see it in the back. No, they can't on the stream. But that's just Dadpad Gaming. It is spelled exactly how it is. Or you can get me at Midwest Coast Soul on Instagram as well, outside of just the Dadpad Gaming. But thanks guys for your time. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to my boy Cyber Dad, my boy Demigod, Sean. Y'all check them out and support them as well. I'm gonna try to get Sean on something for the channel at some point. I probably have to go. I'll figure out some nerds to do with Sean. Sean be hiding though. Sean be hiding and be working like a fucking dog.
You got to get a furry art gallery and he'll come out and play.
Literally,
y'all can react to that.
I'll review the next season of Mushoku Tensei and get this nigga on for that. This sick ass nigga. But yeah, y'all. Again, this has been Captain Diesel of Captain Diesel's Dojo, and remember, forever and always,
You're now watching the captain.
and we'll see you guys next time.